Hello, fellow translators. So, a question that I receive quite often is how can I go work abroad in a different country, in a different place, for a month or 2 months or for a few weeks or something like that? Now, this can become very detailed very quickly depending on many different factors on where you're going, how long exactly you want to stay, what exactly you mean by your job, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm going to assume a couple things that you're going to go for, like, say, around a month. So you don't need to worry about the visa itself. You could go on a tourist visa. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to assume. And then that you're a freelance translator, so it really doesn't matter where you are physically. And all your work can be done online and then via Skype, Zoom, and phone. Don't get a work visa, digital nomad visa, stuff like that. The thing is, you're not supposed to be working. In practice, a lot of people still work. In essence, it's like a business person going abroad on vacation, but checking their email while they're abroad and replying to a couple emails. If you can get a digital nomad visa, obviously try to get that because that allows you also to extend it. It allows you to find local clients and stuff like that. Otherwise, what I like to do when I get to a place where I can work and live abroad is I like to join local Facebook groups and other groups that might be online, meetups. LinkedIn has a couple, but Facebook usually is the best. And what you do is you look for, it'll be called something like, if you go to Berlin, it'll be like Foreigners in Berlin. Like I was just in Florence for the summer and there's a group called Foreigners in Florence. And so obviously I joined that because there you have people talking about what it's like to live as a foreigner there. Because you want to live kind of like a local, but you're not exactly a local. So you have to worry about certain things that foreigners have to worry about when they're living there. And they'll also share things like good co-working spaces, good coffee shops, good places like that. And that's something, at least for me, that I really want because I like working out of coffee shops and whatnot, even though usually I can work out of wherever I'm staying, but that's what I prefer. When I go to these places, I'll usually get an Airbnb. You want to find a place where the longer you get it for, the cheaper it is. So if you can do that, perfect. And then find some coffee shops and work out of there. The only other thing really to keep track of is the time difference. If your clients are in one continent and you're in another continent, there's going to be a time difference there. So it might mean every now and then you have an early morning or a late night or something along those lines. But I've honestly never found it to be an issue. For the past 15 years now, I've had clients who are in different countries, different continents from where I am, and I've always been able to deal with it. It does mean every now and then I have the late night phone call, early morning phone call or Zoom call or whatever it might be, but you know, it's I can adapt. And they all know that I'm abroad, so you know we can always plan accordingly. And that's pretty much it in terms of a very broad general view. If you want more details, please feel free to let me know, and I'm happy to go into it in a lot more detail. But I know I did other videos before on the digital nomad visas and some other stuff about traveling, but it didn't seem like many people were interested in it, so I didn't continue with it. But I am happy to talk about it if you are interested and if you have specific questions or want to know about specific things. I'm very happy to talk about it. But that's pretty much it for now. Otherwise, I will talk to you next time. I just wanted to do a quick video and give sort of a brief rundown for those of you who are interested. If you're a freelancer, it's not really that hard. But yeah, I'm more than happy to go into detail also about what to do with like your apartment back home, your car back home, you know, stuff like that when you do go abroad. But anyway, I'll talk to you next time. Savedum.